finishing our last few days exploring this part of the Nile River and showing you guys a few more things. And we're going to start off with the Temple of Komombo. After we explore the Temple of Komombo, we're going to be docking up our Nile cruise for the evening. And first thing, very, very early in the morning, we're going to take you guys to Abu Simbel. And after Abu Simbel, we're going to do one final night in Aswan. So make sure you guys stick around till the end so you don't miss out on any of these amazing things we're going to be doing while we explore this beautiful side of Egypt. We have made it to the evening stop here after cruising down the Nile. It was an amazing day so far, but I'm pretty tired, so Maria del Carmen is going to give us a little update on where we are at.
We're in the last stop before getting to Aswan, and we're in a temple called Komombo. Here it is.
I will say the only thing that I don't like about this is since we stopped on the Nile cruise, everyone's getting off at once, and so this place feels super, super crowded. And I think that's how a lot of the temples are when you go during like some of the busy times. But if you go super early in the morning, or if you go like probably midday for this place, whenever there's not cruises, I bet it's a great time to visit it. But just like anywhere in the world, if it gets overcrowded, then it's just hard to enjoy it as much. Wow, this place is insane. No gracias, mi amigo. No para mí. No para mí. No, get that out of my head. Take it. No. Hey, no. La shukran. See that? This kid literally put it in my hand. That shows you how aggressive they are. Gonna try and charge me by forcing it in my hand. So just make sure you keep your hands to yourself here. And yeah, this is the most aggressive that I've experienced. But I have not yet been to Cairo. But just expect that when you come here. We're heading back to the boat, and that is a wrap. You got one for me too in there? Did a 3:45 a.m. wake-up call to arrive to this bridge. We were rushed to get to the reception, and we ended up waiting outside of this bridge for a solid hour and 45 minutes. Just to ultimately turn around. So I'm hoping this excursion is worth it, because we have barely slept at all like the last 5 nights in a row doing things like this. So alright guys, so we just got to our next stop, which is here at Abu Simbel, this absolutely famous and iconic set of stones carved into the mountain here. It took us about 3.5 hours to get here, maybe 4 hours, because we got stopped at this bridge right outside of Aswan. And so it was kind of a bummer because we woke up basically super early for nothing. But I'd say we still got here early enough where we were able to avoid a decent amount of crowds. So the significance about this place is a few reasons. A lot of people actually come to this place because this magnificent structure right here was actually relocated about 60 years ago. And a lot of people are just, including myself, are just blown away that they were able to basically cut this into over 1,000 pieces, each weighing roughly 15 tons. And then they were able to move it from this lake right next to it. I think it's called Lake Nasser, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong here on how to say it. And they moved it over to this place so it wouldn't go under sea level. So that whole movement of it is absolutely fascinating, because when you walk through the temple itself, you can't even really tell that it was chopped up. Like, this literally looks like the original location, and it is absolutely massive. So you think about putting a puzzle that large together, it is amazing work that they did that, and that was already 60-70 years ago. So pretty crazy and a super cool place to check out. One other thing I want to mention, it costs about 280 Egyptian pounds to get in if you're a student. Once again, as I mentioned, for all the temples, 50% off, and you'll spend a couple hours here, you'll be able to see everything.
Hey guys, we're here in Abu Simbel temple. This temple is incredible because it was moved from over there where it used to be. It was threatened by the Nile River rising, which would cause it to flood. Why are you laughing?
Because it's so good, honestly.
Looking at the smaller of the two temples, which was also moved from Lake Nazar. So it's incredible. This one you can actually see the cuts in the blocks that they had to piece back together. How much is that?
This 400.
Oh, that's a lot.
Excuse me.
No.
350.
Give you 100. Sorry. Oh,
200.
you're getting in my
200.
way.
200. 200.
Maybe later. Yes. Got yourself a deal. Yeah, how much is that?
In dollar?
Yeah.
In dollar, 8.
8?
8.
I'm paying $8 for that?
Dollar, $8. Oh.
Alright guys, we are on the bus ride back to Aswan, and look who got a new souvenir. For the next 8 days I gotta survive this. We just finished up exploring Abu Simbel earlier today, and it was a really beautiful place to explore. Enjoyed it quite a bit. It did take most of the day since it's about 3.5 hours to get there each way, so 7 hours of driving plus being stuck over at the border for an hour and a half. That definitely slowed us down more than we expected. And we're currently on Elephantine Island, and it's super cool. You really get a feel for locals. You get a break from all of the hagglers, people trying to sell you stuff, and some of the more touristy spots. And so I'm enjoying a little bit more slower paced lifestyle at the moment. But now we're heading over to go check out a few things this evening, see what all we can fit in. It's about 4 p.m. now, and the sun goes down in about an hour and a half, so we really don't have much time to do things. But yeah, once again though, like, I just want to recommend that if you have time, at least stay in Aswan for 2 days, because there is quite a bit to see. We have a flight already tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. so right now is our only opportunity. So we'll see you guys once we get on the boat. All right, our chariot has arrived for about 175 Egyptian pounds, and we're gonna be taking this thing with our man. Yay! Appreciate it, boss. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So we are taking this thing cruising around, literally a private cruise with a second floor to chill up top for 175. So that's, we're talking 10 US bucks here to have the whole Nile to ourselves. So guys, there is a felucca right there. This is one of the experiences when you go to all of the Egyptian cities on the Nile that they really promote the feluccas, because they're super cheap, and it's like an Egyptian version of a sailboat. I don't actually know what makes a felucca versus a sailboat, but it looks super cool here, cruising right down the Nile, and you can do it for much cheaper than the motorboat we're on right now. I think like 100 Egyptian pounds, which is like $6 US. Insanely cheap. But we've got the motorboat because we're actually cruising upstream, and I guess it's a little bit too strong for the feluccas to get us up to the Nubian village, which is where we're gonna spend the evening checking out this small little part of Aswan. Unfortunately, that's the only thing we have time for, but mix it in with a cruise, I'd say it's still a great experience here in Aswan. I will say the nice part about cruising along the Nile right now, with a very limited amount of time, we don't get to go up inside some of these temples, but we can at least get a nice view of them right now. We're able to see everything. That is the botanical garden, another thing that is recommended to visit. We are racing to the village, but we made a little quick pit stop here to see apparently the only plant in the world that is shy. So when you touch it, the leaves, the bristles on the leaf, like shrivel up to a tiny little piece. And now we're full speed ahead. We'll see you in the village. Transportation in order to get back. We're cruising on a boat we just hopped onto. Had a better deal than our way here. Cruising down the Nile through river. All Alright guys, and that wraps up our time exploring this side of Egypt. I just want to say that we were only able to spend that one single day in Aswan, so if you can definitely stay at least 2 days there, it'll definitely be worth it, and it's a really, really beautiful place. So really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you can, smash that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this in Egypt, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video.